Majid, you made a lot of very powerful points in your speech just now, but let's address the elephant in the room, because there has been some controversy about Dubai and the UAE hosting COP28. Do you really think that Dubai is a suitable place to host such an important conference on climate change?
Absolutely. So when you say there's been controversy, maybe from a London perspective. Not here, or not in the 7 billion, as I mentioned. And that's the real problem, the real concern I have, is this sort of high horse virtue signaling from, I'll call it what it is, forgive my bluntness, from places like Europe, which are threatening to undermine the entire process. So we saw at COP26, first of all, let's look at the last two COPs. Scotland and Egypt, both oil and gas producers, right? None of the controversy that you refer to. So there's a double standard there to start with. COP26, the oil, gas, nuclear, and coal industries were deplatformed. These are the industries that produce 90% of global energy. They were not even part of the conversation. And it wasn't even the British government. It was a certain agenda that took over the COP office. And it undermined the whole meeting. We also saw finger wagging at the climate, at the developing countries, India and others, who have been waiting for the $100 billion of climate finance that was promised in Paris and has never come forward. So what did we see in Sharm el-Sheikh? The language changed. The 7 billion now are not talking about the 100 billion. Prime Minister Modi of India said should be at least $1 trillion to start with anyway. They are now talking about loss and damage. They are now talking about you, the developed countries, who colonized all of Asia and Africa, used our resources to fuel your own industrial development, and are now somehow lecturing us that we shouldn't have stable power while you enjoy it. And what's the first thing you all did in Europe at the first sign of a crisis? You all turned your coal plants back on. Every single one of you is subsidizing energy that you lectured us not to. Except if you're rich, they don't call it subsidy if you're a rich country. So in the UK, it's energy support. But it's 50% of your electricity bill is an energy subsidy.